Are we back?
Yes,
I think we're here. It's a Drinkwater podcast.
Podcast. How quickly did the mighty fall?
We lost the studio from last episode. You should go watch that if you want to see our studio upgrade, but we're back to the floor. Back to the start. He's got no water. I don't know what's happening there. I've got water upgrade, Lululemon.
Yeah,
Really
don't even. Okay, that's a start. So we are on our way up. We may have lost the studio that we said is going to be our new
permanent
setup
studio up on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, with the
back in Sydney, rainy Sydney.
Back in Sydney. Yeah, feeling good.
Yeah.
But apparently, it's a Drinkwater podcast. This is probably the first real episode of 2023.
Yeah.
This is the start of the year.
It's the start. Free-flowing conversations.
Free-flowing conversations.
Everyone get your water. Today's sponsor. We got Lululemon.
Yeah,
This is the new fashion. This little bag here. You see
Yeah.
everyone wearing this.
I've heard about Lululemon. Is it just a women's
I
clothing
think they've got
company?
some men's. They got some men's stuff. but
Really? They've got Lulu men's.
They got Lulumen's.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah, you can also get men's clothing then. It's not it's not just women's clothing. But yeah, back 2023.
It's a bit weird being on the ground.
It is. It kind of hurts your back. I don't know
Stand
how the
up
monks
straight.
do it. I really don't know how the monks.
They're getting more of a.
Oh, and I don't want to show my feet. That's the other thing. No one wants to see people's feet on
They're
camera.
probably eating right now.
They're probably eating.
Trying to relax. Enjoy your. What day is it? Thursday night?
Thursday. Oh gosh, Thursday night. Wow,
Yeah.
it's Thursday night shopping. I could actually get.
I might. We should go shopping after this. Maybe we'll get a new studio.
We might get a new studio set up. We'll probably see what happens next week.
Yeah.
But
hopefully it's a bit better.
A little bit better than this. But yeah, speaking of
happening, a lot's been happening.
What's been going on in the world?
George Pell finally dropped dead.
George Pell,
The creep, the pedophile.
I can't remember. I just think of him as George Pell. What was his position?
He was cardinal.
Cardinal.
Second to the Pope.
That's all I heard. I think
Highest Catholic priest to go the highest in the church.
Right. How about we show some respect?
He was a pedophile.
Still, he's the cardinal we're talking about here.
It is a pedophile cult, I guess.
You think so, the Catholic Church?
I think the priesthood is. I don't know.
Right.
I think just historically, there's something going on.
How were his last few years? What's the attitude been? Are there anyone defending him?
Oh, he's got a lot of defenders.
Really?
Because he got off. So he beat the charge.
Right.
It got dropped
Yeah,
completely.
yeah.
So he was no longer a convicted pedophile.
Really? So there's no proof?
Well, it happened, it was a historical sex crime.
Too long ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
But there
kind of
is
like the Bill Cosby
proof,
thing.
I don't know, yeah. There is proof that he moved this infamous Australian priest pedophile around to different schools.
Oh, okay.
That's like-
He was responsible for
That's
that.
a fact, like, indisputable.
Yeah.
And that's, shout out Dan Andrews, had a very good response.
Did he to the death?
Yeah, he was just pretty much saying, we're not having a funeral. And then he brought up that case about how he used to move priests around. And he's like, and I think you know my position on everything that's happening, which is really cool.
What we do need for like an Australian news cycle, we need someone like
Yemeni.
We need Kanye West to say, I love him. I love George Pell.
Yeah.
That would be the thing.
Chillin' It comes out. It is like, I just really love George Pell. Is that defamation?
Imagine this is next Spanian episode. Is like, we've got to stop being so hard on George Pell. How about we respect him a little bit?
He got off. He beat the charge.
Yeah, the man beat the charge. What do you want him to do?
No, but it's
I don't
sad. All the
hate it.
victims
Yeah.
have come out again saying that.
Have they? How many
Well,
victims?
there's a lot
are
of glorifying of him.
there? Right.
Not in
from being a
Australia, but
pedophile?
over in Rome. They had a huge funeral. It'd just be hard.
Oh, true.
Because it's ruined
Yeah.
these, like,
Yeah.
they'll kids, they ruin their entire life. They'll still cry to it up to this day.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
horrific.
Yeah, it's the worst thing you could possibly ever do to someone.
It's sad, but...
And it's tricky. So you go to Rome and they're still celebrating this man.
And he got off. And he's been celebrated, died happy, free man.
Gosh. Was he getting protests at least at his house?
I don't think so.
He's
at
just
all.
living kind of in
He went
peace.
off to Rome. He was
Really?
chilling in the Vatican. Their own little country.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Having like really nice sorbet and stuff like that. Gelato.
Going for a walk, have a little cigarette down by the water.
And especially like how strong the Catholics are over there.
Yeah.
You'd literally just be a celebrity.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh my goodness. Wow.
Well, he's dead
The
now.
Cardinal's walking in, so he's
Rest
died.
in hell, or wherever he's gone.
I heard he died of a hip replacement.
Yeah, something went wrong in surgery.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's interesting.
Oh, conspiracy?
It's a conspiracy.
That 97-year-old guy died of a heart attack. Is that what really happened?
We should start bringing conspiracy.
What's that Louis
like
C.K.
that.
joke about, should you go to prison if you kill someone that's 90?
Oh, true.
Or if someone's a minute away from dying and you kill them.
and you kill them, are you still
should
gonna
you
go
get
to
25 years in prison from that?
That's a great idea.
I said that joke to my girlfriend and she's like, yeah, but they're like, the type of person that would kill someone probably should go to prison. And it's like the reality. Like,
It's a good
that's
day.
not that funny anymore.
But what if they knew? What if, like, George Pell's in the hospital, he's just had a hip replacement, he's probably not going to make it, and one of the nurses' boyfriend or something was molested by him, and she's like, you know
From
what?
back in the day.
Yeah, from back in the day, and it's like one last final.
Young nurses' boyfriends come through.
And it's just like, bam, no, well, let's take him out.
Yeah, well, maybe, who knows? Probably not.
But that's probably one of the biggest stories of the week. I guess probably the bigger one would be...
Perrottet,
Dominic Perrottet.
Dom the Nazi.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Dom the Nazi. Is there a nickname that you could have for him? Dominic...
Dadolf?
Dado.
Nothing. He's lucky. He's very lucky.
He's very lucky, especially nowadays. That would have been like a front
that
page
could have
headline.
easily stuck.
Anyway.
I remember I was just watching the news reports. It's just fun. It was like Channel 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Just the amount of like, they just have all the Nazi like uniforms in the background. Just like talking about it. So it looks like they're glorifying the uniforms. It's crazy. Just had so many Nazi uniforms they were showing.
Just randomly in the background.
Yeah, just like swastikas in the background. Just like... It was just a bit much.
Yeah, a little bit over the top. It's like, yeah, no, we kind of
like you guys are showing more like
yeah
paraphernalia than anyone.
So what happened? How old was he? I don't know too much about it.
It would have been 2004, and it was some 21st.
Okay,
we haven't seen the photo either. It could be a bad. If he looks like kind of just some stupid dress up party, he'd be like, it's bad. It's like if he wore the Ku Klux Klan, it's like, oh, it's kind of funny.
Oh, so you can't.
But it's like it's edgy. Huh?
Is it the same thing as wearing the Klan outfit?
Yeah, it's the same.
I was going to say the Chasers, I'm sure they had a skit.
They did the Klan.
They did the Klan one in like 2004.
And they did it as a joke. And it's like funny, probably should, like it's offensive, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's
2004 is when that was still acceptable.
Yeah.
There are certain levels, like 2010 would probably be a bit of an issue.
Pushing it. Yeah.
You push it. But 2004, it was a normal thing to do. Someone to dress like Hitler would be...
Before the internet,
Yeah.
you didn't think of the ramifications of things like that.
Yeah, people just didn't
know
about
it.
it.
Wouldn't last. It's just a day joke. You forget about it in a week. Like,
I know. It's just like, I'm sure there would have been a Chasers episode where they dressed up like Nazis and did a skit.
Yeah.
And I guess it's in the same realm as
I think even the Jewish Museum have come out and they're like, it's okay.
Oh,
we
really?
don't really
Okay,
care that much. Like, I think he's done a lot for the community.
I want to find an angle to get him cancelled. That's what I kind of like. I don't think it's acceptable.
If the photo comes out, that's what'll stick.
Oh, they
so
don't
apparently
know
there's a photo. But it's out, I don't know why he's just come out. Obviously he's gotten blackmailed or something, and someone's like, we've got this photo, blah blah blah, do this or give us this, and he's like, I'm just gonna have to come out. And then what can they do?
I was gonna say we've just heard breaking news that Jacinta Ardern, is it?
Oh,
Ardern. She's just resigned.
Down. Wow.
I wonder what photo they have of her. Do you know what I mean? It's like, they're getting Dominic for blackface. Oh no, not for Nazi. You probably have her for blackface.
Yeah, potentially.
That's what it could be.
She
the
looks
Prime
like
Minister.
someone that would possibly do that.
Yes.
Who did blackface? The
Justin
Canadian.
Trudeau.
He did it like 10 times. He must be a funny guy.
He must be hilarious.
He would be a funny guy.
He did it like 4 weeks after the whole first scandal of getting caught doing blackface.
Did he actually?
No, that'd be funny if he did.
He seemed to set a party with
It'd be funny if he is like having a blackface addiction.
Or he just dresses himself as like the basketball up. Like very... Doesn't do the black skin, but that'd be hilarious.
I like the idea of him kind of like in bed at night, just rushing to the bathroom, quickly applying blackface and just like taking it in and then quickly rubbing it off and going back to bed.
It's a bit too far.
I don't know. I think it's funny. I think it's funny having like a blackface addiction. I think there's something funny.
Blackface addiction.
Yeah, he just can't help it.
Yeah.
Like it makes him feel good.
Just wants to mock black people.
It's not even, maybe it's not even a racist thing. Maybe he just likes the way it feels. It would be funny if he came out in like green face. And it's like, no, maybe that's a way around it. Come out in green face and be like, no, I just like painting my face.
Or you do like purple or dark blue face.
Yeah.
And then in a lot of photos it will be black.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
My friend did that. He went to a dress-up party and he was like in blue face.
Yeah.
And then he was in like a dark room. Someone's like, "Are you doing blackface?" And he went home and watched it.
That's one of the funniest things with like the Blue Man Group and anyone who goes to the Blue Man Group. If it's in black and white, it's black.
Yeah.
They're literally just in blackface. That may, Anyway.
That's Ethereum is on the up. So that's how we lost the studio. We put all our money in Ethereum.
We put it all in Ethereum. We all put it in.
We're joking. We're joking.
No, we put it in the Dominic Perrottet wouldn't have any controversies. And
sports bet. It was on the new sports bet. You could bet that. It's crazy what they have on there.
Is anything going to happen with Dominic Perrottet soon? And like,
will the date be changed for Australia Day? That's on sports bet right now. You can bet.
What's going on? I think that's a pretty big. That's a nice
coming
topic.
up. It's coming up.
I feel like
Invasion Day.
It's been talked about more than ever
this year.
Yeah, it was like 1st of January. Bam, Australia Day talks are already happening. I think this year is going to be a really big one.
Yeah.
So what's going on? What's the situation this year? Have they changed the date yet? I don't know.
They have not changed the date. It's happening in a week, next week.
So it's going out next Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Next Thursday.
Celebrating the...
Yeah.
Depends what you want to call it. The genocide taking of the Indigenous Australians' land, or Australia Day.
Yeah, or Australia Day.
You just have a beer and it'd be Australian. And the Anzacs maybe, something like that.
Yeah. And what's the answer? What is the answer? What do we think the answer is this year? It's going to happen. What should people do? There's so many young people.
Drink more water, for one.
Drink more water.
There are more young people.
Yeah. Number one, drink more water and you'll kind of be a little bit more, I guess, calm, relaxed. You'll know what the right thing to do.
It's a difficult one because it's like, if you change the date, are you still not celebrating the same thing?
I guess not. A lot of this does have to do with the actual date. For the most part, it's like, hey, can we change the date?
Because it's around the time he invaded.
Yes, or like
Captain Cook landed for the first time or whatever.
And the whole idea is, if the date change happens,
it's
kind of okay. Yeah, it's like a sign of we're listening.
And everyone, what's the one? May 8th, mate, Australia, mate.
Oh, is that what they wanted to do? May 8th.
It's still kind of hot.
It's a bit too late,
and it's May 8th.
May 8th.
Like, you're a genius. I don't know if that should be our history. They're like, how'd you get that date? May 8th, mate.
It would summarise Australia perfectly in a way.
It would, yeah. Down under.
It'd be great if they just, let's say the whole Australian government's like, okay, fine, we're changing the date. We're changing it to September 11th. And people are like, did you not think about this? And it's like,
the one day we had free.
Can't do any day anymore. Can't do any day. And then we can start a whole new thing and get Americans on board and be like, hey, no, this is pretty insensitive. Something bad actually went on September 11th. Can we respect that? And that may be a way to kind of flip it and make people understand. It's like, okay, how would you feel if you celebrated September 11th?
Or,
Or
Anzac Day, if that was a celebration.
Yeah, celebration. We went out to the beach.
If everyone was popping bottles of champers and beers and dressed up as German soldiers, and we're like, have a German flags and we're like running around everywhere. I think it was Germany or France. One of the two.
We're
not historians.
We're not historians. Go to a different podcast for that.
So
drink water. You don't really know. You don't know too much. But it's true.
One of those two countries.
It's the whole idea of like literally waving the flag.
Yeah, waving the French or the German flag, and you're like just singing the German anthem, just celebrating.
Yeah, you're
celebrating. The day we killed all the.
I guess who was the Osama bin Laden? What was his group called? What's the terrorist group called? I've literally completely blanked here. Because ISIS has had such a good rap.
PR, bro.
I know, really good
Taliban.
PR. The Taliban. It's like you're waving the Taliban flag, literally.
On 9/11.
On 9/11. Yeah. That's what Australia Day is like, to put it in perspective. And I think that's a very easy way to do so.
And Gallipoli is a good one, because Gallipoli was such a long time ago.
Oh, okay, Gallipoli is a good one. Yep.
And the taking of Australia was similar-ish time distance. Another 100 years on top of it, but it was still distant time ago.
Yeah. And
So
it's like,
similar, and you just show how people are still so traumatized by that.
yeah, in Australia there isn't that. You sleep in a little bit, and you head down to the beach. Do you know what? It's not happening on Anzac Day. You're getting up at 6, you're like, oh, dang.
You're going to go see some oldies marching down in the wheelchairs.
I know.
And they don't even know what they're looking at. They've got all these badges for...
All these badges. People
Lord
are
knows
crying. It's a sad day. Then you go to the pub. Everyone's kind of a little
And
bit
everyone's
like...
drunk. That's our culture, Australia.
Yeah.
We don't have much of a culture here.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
I was thinking about it. I was like, what
it.
do we do in Australia? We don't really have much live music.
Oh,
we don't have... I'm compared to like Europe, where you walk down the street, there's like live musicians everywhere. Buskers everywhere. Restaurants on the streets.
You talked about this.
Nightclubs open all night, all through the city. In Sydney, it's like we just have pubs.
You did bring this up, and I almost wanted to defend Sydney. That was almost going to be my stance.
We've got the rave scene in, Newtown or something?
We've got the rave scene just down the road. Club 77.
Sevs.
Yeah, Sevs. We've got Sevs, everyone. We've got Sevs.
I literally forgot about Sevs.
I know, and I had a feeling you forgot about Sevs.
What's the Berlin nightclub? The Heiken?
They've got 1 million.
But what's the famous one?
Berkheim.
The Berkheim. That's our Berkheim.
That
Sevs.
is. Yeah, Sevs. Sevs group's great.
It's alright. You'll have an alright night. It stays open all night.
Yeah, it's open all night, and it's also open every single day of the week.
They've done that now, yeah.
Yeah, every single on a... I think we beat Germany. We beat
other countries we've come to... Sydney's better than Berlin. Pretty much nightlife. Our nightlife is better than Berlin.
You can go out on a Wednesday night at 3 o'clock. Go down to Sevs.
Walk down from King's Cross, down to Sevs.
Yeah, have a rave.
Have a good time. Go up to Hyde Park. Everything will be shut by then. Yeah. Everywhere you look left and right. But besides that, so you go to the casino. I know that's open.
That's always open. Yeah,
you got a 45% chance on blackjack and
that's pretty good.
Roulette.
That's culture. That's
not
cultural.
bad.
We have a good gambling culture.
We have a great gambling
Did you say
culture.
Australia has like the best gambling or the
best? We're the best gamblers in the world.
Really? That's good. That's Australian.
Depends how you look at it. Some people would say we have the worst gambling addictions in the world. Some people would say we're the best gamblers in the world. We just know how to do it really good.
That's true.
We don't give up. We'll sell the house.
Do you think it's a cultural thing? It's hand in hand with Australians. Oh, yeah, Australians, they love their gambling. They love a good gamble.
Convicts, mate.
Yeah, I've never really thought too much about gambling. I don't know many people that gamble, in all honesty.
I don't see. You got like a 0.1% chance on pokey machines.
Yeah. Oh, I guess the pokies. Everyone likes the pokies a little bit. And you think that's where it's coming from. There's just like a common
think that's the majority of it.
Pokies.
Yeah.
I guess
seems like.
That's Australian. What do they got in Europe? Silly wine dancing or something like that. Going to an art gallery.
So yeah.
So you think Europe is better than Australia?
In nightlife, yeah.
Okay.
It's a bit better. We do have Sevs though. We've come to that. We've got Sevs.
Yeah, and that kind of trumped your whole idea.
Yeah, that did really trump my idea. I forgot about Sevs.
If you think about like the big German clubs like Tresser or Berkheim or anything like that, we've got Black Noir.
Yeah, we've got Black Noir Collective, Flinders Street. Steve Braz, he'll come on.
He'll come on the podcast soon.
And there's a bunch of stuff in Newtown.
Passionate.
I don't know what's going on at Parramatta.
Parramatta, they just had Neo. Where's Neo in...
From The Matrix.
But that's the truth. Where's Neo at like a random club in France? Just on a weekend.
Yeah.
In Parramatta.
You look at it, like every single
Neo's got like some residency in...
I saw 50 Cent was doing some show in Vegas and it had just every single like rapper in history.
Oh really? Just a random...
Just from like Soulja Boy to Flo Rida to everyone.
That's
you know, the big...
Yeah, that's good.
It was crazy.
I met someone who went to a Pitbull concert for free.
Yeah.
He's just doing free concerts. Like a college kind of game. $5. I think it was like reselling for $5.
Oh, so it's not
Pitbull.
free.
Oh, but it is free. I think they sold out.
They sold out freely.
Sold out, yeah, out of like allocated space. You could buy your free ticket.
Oh.
And then the person that I met was like, "Oh, I'm going to get it."
Oh, right. They were reselling a free ticket.
That reselling. Was sold out, it was still $5. But yeah, where's our Pitbull? Why can't we see Pitbull?
We can't see Pitbull on a Wednesday night.
I know. We can go to Sevs. They can play some. They can play hotel room service.
They can play hotel.
May go off more than a Pitbull concert at Sevs.
Potentially.
Do you know what I mean?
We are on William Street. What else is happening?
What else?
My knees are getting sore.
Your knees are getting a bit sore.
What are we
looking
at?
Okay, we're looking pretty good. Did we touch everything?
I feel like that's good.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Drink water.
Any last things for saving
Final
Australia
thoughts?
versus Europe or versus America?
I feel like we're heading into America's direction slowly.
Yes.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Do you think Sydney's
We've
the
got
best
horrible
place on
public
Earth?
transport.
Sydney the best place on Earth? That's a question I like to bring up. I think it may be the best place on
It
Earth.
has the best living conditions. We have like some of the greatest, best, cleanest food, water.
Yeah. Beauty.
It's expensive.
Very beautiful.
Very beautiful.
Very
Beaches.
You got your beaches. You got a really nice city. Nice little.
Very
bars.
new. A lot of opportunities here. Not much has happened.
Yeah.
A lot of potential.
And you've got Sebs.
You got Sebs. That's it.
So that's it.
We got it.
Yeah,
Sydney
we got it,
in a
everyone.
nutshell. Drinkwater
Sebs.
podcast.
Drinkwater podcast.
Lululemon, our sponsor today.
I know.
Pay us, Lululemon. We haven't got enough money yet.
Look
at us.
Chairs.
What are we going to do?
We don't have chairs.
I'm rocking you every day. Like, where's my sponsor?
At least give us some Lululemon chairs.
Yeah,
That's all we're
that'd be
asking
fresh.
for. Anyway.
Drink water.